Hi everyone. Do you have a non-profit organization and you need grants to scale your non-profit business or your non-profit organization? Today, I'm going to walk you through 7 non-profit grants. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and introduce yourselves. I want to know you. I want to meet you. What part of the world are you watching from? What part of the world are you watching from? I want to know in the comments. And if you're a returning subscriber, you guys are amazing. Thank you for all that you do. I see you and I appreciate you from the depth of my heart. God bless you. And if you're seeing this gorgeous hyper queen for the first time, my name is Miriam. I drop 3 videos every week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm a wife, a mom, a student, an entrepreneur, a fashion designer. I'm also a content creator here on YouTube. I'm a YouTube coach. I help people start their YouTube channel from zero and get monetized and start to monetize their channel from day one. If you want to start a channel and you need directions, you need help, you need coaching with that, go ahead and book my free consultation. It's right in the comments as well as in the description as well. But without further ado, let's just go right into the nitty-gritty of today's topic. Who doesn't like free money? So guys, come with me. Let's go. Let's go. Here is one fun fact. Grants offer tremendous funding opportunities for non-profits looking to scale. Score the right grants and you might have all the funding that you need to operate to grow your organization for the next 12 months. However, since grants are in such high demand, securing them takes a bit of the know-how. You need to know how to apply for these grants. And good thing is, I am here to help you with different types of grants. You know, I will do all the research for you. I usually do all the research for you guys, and I share it here on my YouTube channel. If you haven't seen my previous videos on grants, do well to check them out right here and now. Yes, after watching this video, go ahead and check out my previous grants videos and start to apply for them right before their deadline. Good thing is some of them are actually on a rolling basis. Some of them are on a quarterly basis, so you can always apply. If you don't get it, you can reapply. And the good thing is you can apply to as many grants as much as you want. So guys, come with me, let's go. And like I said, securing grants takes a bit of the know-how. While grants making offers promising opportunities for non-profits, grant applications can be time-consuming for the grant writer and non-profit organization. So choose the types of grants that you want to pursue wisely to avoid losing out on other valuable fundraising opportunities for your non-profit organization. By the way, I also share information on profit organizations on my channel. So if you also have a profit making organization, you can also check out grants on my channel. Yes, that address grants for business owners, people who are in business to make profits as well. You can check out those grants as well on my channel. So today I'm here to help you navigate the confusion and make the most of your time. So today I will break down everything that you need to know about non-profit grants, including eligibility criteria, tips for choosing the right grants, and top grant options for this year. Now, what are non-profit grants? A non-profit grant often looks like any other financial donation, which is typically given by public or private foundations, government agencies, or corporations. Since these come from large organizations, so the sum of money that you typically receive from these grants, for non-profit grants, are larger than what you typically get from individual donors. And you also find that unlike standard donations, grants typically have more rules and guidelines surrounding them. Often, funding organizations will stipulate how you can use your grant funds. So rather than using them at your discretion, in some cases, you might have to put the funding towards a specific program or initiative. So in a sense, grants switch the fundraising model for non-profits, encouraging supporters to donate to your program. Instead of encouraging supporters to donate to your program, you actively petition an organization to choose your non-profit. So whether you're in the process of sourcing a new grant opportunity or you are learning how to write a grant proposal, this will help you stand out amongst the competition. Now, you need to bring your A game, and scoring a non-profit grant can be a lot of work, no doubt. Now, here are a few advantages that grant funding can provide. Number 1, it's free money. Yes. Now, the only cost for securing a grant is the time that you invest in the process and perhaps an application fee in some cases. And you don't have to worry about losing equity or control of your company or your organization. And you don't have to pay back loans. Yes, unlike loans, of course, you have to pay back. Number 2 is credibility. When you secure a non-profit grant, it shows that you are serious about your work, and it gives you a tremendous prestige bonus, and it lets donors know that you have a third-party stamp on your approval. Now, number 3 is awareness. Now, a grant can put your non-profit in front of new eyes. Now, the press surrounding the accomplishments might expose your brand to potential donors and partners. Now, reputation. Once you receive a grant, you can use it to influence your future application. Also, grant foundations will see that you have passed the test before and you are likely to be more inclined to approve your application. Now, there are common types of grants that you may need to be aware of. Non-profit grants come in all shapes and sizes. Now, the source, purpose, and nature makes each type of grant unique. Today, I will cover a few common types of grants based on these criteria. Number one, funding sources. We have the government grants, federal, state, and local government grants that are available to fund your non-profit operations or administrations. Now, the grant application process is stringent. Yes, it can be a little bit stringent and competitive, but there is often no fee attached to it. Number two, corporate grants. So corporate grants come from large enterprises that often reserve a percentage of available funds for annual profit grants or provide credits for goods and services. For example, Google actually gives eligible nonprofits up to $10,000 in Google ad spend. We also have foundation grants. Now, foundation grants come from philanthropic organizations like families, private groups, public groups, or community funds to help advance causes or non-profits in a specific locale. So we also have funding purposes. Now, number one, for instance, launch. Now, launch grants require that your funding go to a specific project, service, product, or campaign. And we also have technology. Now, technology grants come from corporations and tech companies that often require you to spend your funding on software advancements. We also have infrastructure. Infrastructure grants are capacity building grants that focus on solidifying non-profit management, strategic planning, governance, and infrastructure. We also have general operations. Now, general operations grants are non-profit grants that allow you to use the money as you deem fit. We also have funding nature. We have continuation grants. Continuation grants let you renew your grants. However, it will require hitting milestones, using funds appropriately, meeting reporting deadlines, and keeping communications and relationships open between your organization and the funder. And we also have pass-through grants. Now, pass-through grants, which comes from the federal government, they provide funding to state and local governments to be distributed locally. You can apply for these ones when you want to make a local impact. And then we also have competitive grants. Now, competitive grants require you to submit a grant proposal, answering questions and explaining why your nonprofit deserves the grant funding. Also, reviewers will evaluate your proposal and give it a score based on certain criteria, and the organizations with the highest scores will receive the funding. Now we have formula grants. Formula grants are non-competitive grants. These grants provide funding to organizations that meet predetermined criteria. If you match the requirements, then you can receive the funds. Here is how to know if you should apply for a non-profit grant. Now, every non-profit has a unique set of goals and funding needs. And because of this, knowing which projects or initiatives align with a grant opportunity can get confusing. And with so many different types of grants available, you're almost always eligible for something. Yes. Now, corporations and we also have corporations and foundation grants. Now, corporations and foundations provide grants for practically every stage of your journey, from building the infrastructure of your organization to scaling your services. And whenever you're looking at expanding your organization or helping more people, it is worth checking to see if there is a funding opportunity that can support you. Winning grants actually take work, and you will likely have to apply more than once, but stick with it, because scoring your first non-profit grant is the hardest part. And once you have earned one, you can always use that accomplishment to take a strategic approach. If you actually do your research, you will avoid wasting valuable time chasing a grant that won't help you hit your short-term goals or long-term goals. Now, how to choose the right non-profit grants? Here are a few questions that you want to consider before going down the application road. Number one, what is your grant purpose? Does your nonprofit need funding for the purposes outlined by the grant funder? For example, it might not be worth applying for a technology grant when you've already built a successful tech stack. Now, funding amount. Is the funding amount worth your time and energy? Also consider return on investment. Will the grants compensate you for the time spent on the application process? Now, how will the fund help your nonprofit or change your course? Then we also look at requirements. Do you meet the eligibility criteria outlined? So here are certain things to consider before you apply for non-profit grants. I'm going to continue. So I'm going to continue next week. I'm going to outline 7 grants that you have to apply for. I'm sure I have scheduled it to drop next week. So do well to turn on your notification bell so that you get notified once I've scheduled the grants to drop next. Yes, in my next video. So do well to turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss out. And once I publish the next video. So in my next video, I'm going to be sharing 7 grants that you should apply for as a non-profit organization. And I hope this video has blessed you. If this video has blessed you, you know how we do it. Please click on the subscribe button and let me know what you think right after watching. So guys, I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care and God bless you. Bye for now.